Hi, my name's Sandra, and I feel that I want to talk to you today about HS2 in South Yorkshire because, to be honest, I'm sick to death of hearing all these people on Sheffield City Council, Sheffield City Region, Transport for the North. Everybody's telling us how great HS2 is going to be for Sheffield and Sheffield City Region. Well, what I would say to you is read the facts because you'll find out that really Sheffield City Region's getting nothing out of HS2. We are being taken off the main line by a spur south of Chesterfield and brought into Sheffield Midland Station on the old railway lines that already exist. So the HS2 trains that will be coming up there will be smaller trains, they'll be slower trains, and at the moment they can't go any further than the Midland Station, so the only way they could go is back down south. This doesn't increase capacity at all, which HS2 is supposed to help. It actually probably reduces it for Sheffield because it impacts on the existing services. Some of them will have to go to make way for the HS2 trains. Also, what you need to know is that HS2 have continually put on their maps a northern loop which is supposed to link Sheffield Midland Station back onto the HS2 high-speed line and then into Leeds, so therefore quoting a connection from Sheffield to Leeds. This loop actually is not part of Phase 2B HS2 project. It's not being funded for. We don't even know if it's ever going to happen. And I've recently submitted a Freedom of Information request to HS2, and I have been told now that this loop could be an either or situation, and the or situation is a parkway station. And for those of you that don't know, a parkway station is little more than a bus stop really. The train would stop somewhere in South Yorkshire, somewhere along the M18, in an out of the way place. It could be somewhere like Wales, it could be Bramley, it could be Hulton Roberts, it could be Mexborough. Now, how many people in our region would like to travel to one of those areas to get on the HS2 train to Leeds? And how many people do you think would bother getting off the train in one of those areas to access Sheffield City Region? It's ludicrous. We should be entitled to a new station where we get separate services, where we get high speed, where we get full-size trains, extra capacity. This would have been provided at Meadowhall. This was supposed to be, the best route that David Higgins chose a few years ago. And I believe that HS2 sat on that decision because they never wanted Sheffield on the HS2 main line. They didn't want the train to have to stop here because it slowed down the journey times from the south to Leeds. So they're taking us off on a spur and telling us they're giving us all sorts. They are giving us nothing. And all these people on Sheffield City Region and on Transport for the North, I suggest that you look at some of them because you'll find out that these people who are supposed to represent us actually have got conflicts of interest, in my opinion. You'll find that these people, some of them actually work in Sheffield City Centre themselves, or they've got some interest in it. And I don't see how these people can make an impartial judgment as to where a station should be for everyone when they've got sort of potentially vested interests. So, no, Sheffield's not getting anything from HS2 if it comes off on a spur. We need to fight for our own new station, like Birmingham's getting, like Nottingham's getting. There's no reason why we can't have a station of our own, separate to Sheffield Midland Station. And that's what we should fight for, because otherwise we're just being bypassed by HS2. We're being used and abused. And finally, I would say that to get the train out of Midland Station, make some of your own enquiries, because there are at least 13 constructions that have got to be adapted to get HS2 just from Midland Station out of the city centre. I don't think that's ever going to happen. They're going to come up with the excuse that it's too expensive. We've already got a train anyway that gets us to Leeds in not much longer than 30 minutes. So I think just like they've just reneged on the electrification promise for Midland Main Line, they'll just turn around at a later stage once they've got what their own way and got us off the main line into Sheffield, and they'll not bother with us after that. So think carefully before you support this project. There are action groups that are fighting to get a station rather than this spur or a parkway station that would be absolutely pointless. So please, check these facts out for yourself before you listen to all these people that are telling you that this is the best thing since sliced bread. Yes, we do need transport up here in the north, and it needs to be the correct transport, not just something that suits those whizzing up from the south so they can buy cheaper properties up here or get up here on business and home again as quick as they like. And that's it. Rant over.